Everyone, hope everything is going well. I was sent these documents, and it's Steven Spiegel and Alan Spiegel versus Golden Auctions, Ken Goldin, and John Doe and ABC Corp. That's the defendants. And they're also trying to get information from Matthew T. Allen, aka Shine 150. I'm gonna show you who Shine 150 is. For those that don't know, Shine 150. Okay, this is the guy. The guy has a lot of followers, and you can see over here, he has these really nice looking cards, right? Okay, and it says that he's a collector slash investor. Okay, so this case is very complicated, and this specific document is very confusing. So I want to break it down. I'm going to probably break it down into multiple videos because if you take a look at this, you're going to be confused. Okay, this goes on. I've talked about this case about the LeBron James RPA rookie card. And you could also follow Paul Lesko. He's done a very good job in covering this. I'm not sure how much he's going to cover this specific document, but he did mention earlier, and you could take a look at his tweets. He mentioned, or he took some quotes from this. You had Kyle from Vax Museum Podcast was thrown into this as well. And what was weird was you had multiple individuals having messages about this LeBron James rookie card, and they thought that this was not authentic. But there were some curveballs where the conflict of interest, maybe if the information is correct in these legal documents and that was given to the Spiegels, is there could potentially be consultants, employees, however you want to call them, with Goldin that try to get the card taken down, which, if true, is huge. Okay. Which is crazy. I wanted to show you, I think this was the most important aspect. I don't want to go through each exact detail because even Paul Lesko said that this was very, he said there's a lot of detail. So dissecting that is very hard. But I will show you one thing that I found insane. Okay. I'm not saying this to be uh, as hyperbole. I think this is really crazy if this is true. And this is in the legal documents. Okay. And basically, they're saying that, hey, they're getting trouble finding card porn, who probably Photoshop these images to help Golden take it down. But ultimately, I want you to take a look at this. All right, let's take a look at this. You had Spiegel learn after the filing their complaint that Allen, during some unknown interval, was employed as a consultant by Goldin to run Goldin's private sales department. I talked about this, okay? So they got this through discovery, okay? They got this through their research. Spiegel sent a subpoena to a third party seeking a text message exchange by which Allen represented to the subpoena recipient, a doctor in California, that he was so employed. Okay. So basically, they sent subpoenas out there to individuals that knew the or that knew Matthew Allen, and one of them was a doctor, guy in the hobby, and he confirmed that this individual, Matthew Allen, worked at Goldin. because Allen wasn't really responding to the subpoenas and giving the details. And you can take a look at this yourself if you want to research this. Anyways, very shortly after the subpoena was issued, Allen called the subpoena recipient and told the recipient that the doctor should not respond. Okay? Allen bragged that he and other recipients had agreed that they were going to give the middle finger to the Spiegels by not responding to any requested information in the subpoenas. Allen's reference was most likely inclusive of Spellman, who has provided a singular message in exchange to the response to the subpoena issued on him. Well, Spellman, who is Spellman? I could take a look at that in detail in another video, but he's an individual that messaged Wax Museum Podcast, and Spellman's Instagram handle is Fifth Down Sports Cards. Okay, and they were also DMing. He also DM'd Steven Spiegel in the beginning. That hey, look, there's something wrong with this patch. Okay, but let's go back to the doctor situation. After all this, Allen's attorney started calling the California doctor routinely, according to the doctor, to convince the California doctor to hire Allen's attorney to defend against the subpoena. That's weird. There's no reason that Allen should have even known that the Spiegels issued a subpoena to the California doctor, as a subpoena is not publicly filed unless a party needs to enforce a subpoena or a party seeks to quash a subpoena. The California doctor ultimately produced a corporate flowchart with a few text messages that show Allen as the head of Goldin's private sales department. The flowchart is shown below. Okay, this is insane. Okay. You can't get information from Shine 150 and the other people that were subpoenaed. So they went to people that knew Shine. And this guy puts up a flowchart. And what do they find this flowchart? It's according to this document, all right? I'm just looking at these legal documents, okay? This is insane that Matthew Allen is the private sales consultant, and then it goes down to Frank Denote, okay? Like head of sales, right? Something like that. And then who works under that is Michael Kramer. And I will get into Michael Kramer in a little bit. But going back to this, clearly Allen wanted to hide this information from the Spiegels and disrupt the Spiegels' ability to obtain this information. Why am I mentioning this Michael Kramer guy? Okay. If you go to this document, okay, so I think the Kramer was spelled wrong over here, because if you go to the flow chart, Kramer is spelled, I think they spelled it with the K. I can't even read it. But going back to Kramer, Michael Kramer, I want to go back to this Spellman guy, right? That individual, he had previously provided information to Kyle, Vax Museum Podcast, and he appears to have further conversation with Wax Museum, that's a typo, after Goldin started advertising the listing. It was Spellman, I think. So Spellman had conversation with Vax Museum after Goldin started advertising the listing. Allen, who at all relevant times had a close relationship with Spellman, focused his efforts on working with Michael Kramer, who went by Card Collector 291 on Instagram, to convince Goldin to withdraw the auction. All right. So a bunch of them worked together because some of them probably thought, hey, look, it's shady. But then Michael Kramer, according to this flow chart, now it is spelled, I think, a little differently. I can't even see it. They decide to go to a hobby watchdog, a neutral hobby watchdog, to make videos about the posts about the LeBron James RPA. Vax Museum, based on information obtained by Spellman and information that Allen fed to card porn, reached out to Goldin to try to convince Goldin that he should withdraw the card. And the thing is that the efforts Allen undertook with Kramer are even more nefarious. According to a legal document, Kramer appears to have been actively seeking employment with Goldin in the summer of 2021. He was in trying to negotiate a deal for which he would receive one of the 122 different serial numbered versions of the LeBron James RPA card for 3 years of work for Goldin. Wow. And all right. And anyways, it just keeps on talking about all the details that went down, other individuals that are named here. And Allen tells Kramer, for instance, that Allen was actively reaching out to Carvin Chung. I haven't been able to verify that. I have spoken to Carvin Chung before, but Carvin Chung was instrumental in the LeBron James RPA card, exquisite, upper deck, and all that. The most important thing I would take out of this, there's a lot of detail. I'm not even going through all of it because it would make you pull your hair, okay? This thing is gonna make you go crazy if you try to put everything together. I just wanted to get the main points. It's on page what, 14 and 15. And specifically, this flowchart provided by the doctor that Shine knew said Matthew Allen is a private sale consultant. And then also this Michael Kramer guy is also a private sales rep at Goldin. And they tried to use card porn, according to this legal document, with Allen, with Spellman, with Max Museum, and this Michael Kramer guy, and to try to take down this card. If these allegations are true, the research provided in this document, we need to see questions and answers, or we need to see answers from Goldin's team. And I don't think they're going to be resolving this through before it gets to jury. I think this is going to be a jury trial case. I mean, if the Spiegel brothers are spending this much time and effort on this, boy, oh boy. This is why a lot of lawsuits are settled out of court. And this one thus far has not been settled. And we're seeing just some information that, if it is true, this is a huge conflict of interest, if this is true. And I'm not sure what's going on here. Like, if this is true, right? If he is the private sales consultant based on discovery information they found, like, are these his cards? Could be. There could be something that I'm missing. Maybe you're doing, work for them. You get paid a high salary. I mean, look at his title, private sales consultant. He can get the deals done, so he gets the money. Okay. So, I don't know. This is weird. This is starting to get strange, man. 2024 is the year where strange things are going down. Whether it's in the celebrity world, the political world, it's going to be the stock market soon. It's in sports cards too. Year's not over yet. This is only halftime, man. What's going to come out of it later this year? We shall see. Let me know your thoughts. I'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye.